Mic check, 1, 2, 3.
左6。
6 left.
Greetings! And actually, now this time I'm coming through for the mic, which is awesome. Oops. That was kind of painful last time. Oh well. Anyway. I'm going to be creating some pacenotes again. From scratch. And once again, I've not looked at the stage before, because I don't want to be influenced by what the game provides as the pacenotes. I've probably driven this stage because, you know, there are not that many stages so available already. But I've not, you know, I've not looked at it recently. I'm completely oblivious to what's going to be. Hi, Tuz. Yes, I do sometimes stream. I'm not going to become a streamer, I don't think, but it's just, this is something I can do which is easy to stream and also kind of fun. So yeah, anyway, I'm going to be creating pacenotes for a stage called Luttenbach, près, Munster, or I don't know how you pronounce this. This is German place names in France. Anyway, it is a stage that is about 7 kilometers long, so it should be. I guess this is going to take about an hour, a bit over, to actually create a pacenote. And then of course we can test out pacenotes by actually driving the stage with those pacenotes, and that will probably take about a minute or two. Yeah. Without further ado, let's just actually load the thing. In addition to this, I'm also actually testing a new converted voice that I added for Pacenote Pal, because I thought the normal English one is slightly robotic. Plus, I would just want to test out whether it works. I did end up fixing the couple things that I ran into yesterday, with mainly the scrolling and the fact that the window didn't sort of stay on top. So now the editor actually stays on top, and I can, you know, more easily go between the editor and the game rather than constantly having to find the window again. Anyway, now I do actually need to find the one window that does not say on top, because I need to set this to blank, and then we need to start it. Then we can start the session. I did make it myself easy, so it is just, you know, it is daytime, and I can see things. which is really convenient. There we go. And it's lights out and away we go. Oh well, no, there's not much happening. I think this starts off with like a left 6 immediately. No, I keep making this mistake. Whenever I switch between the game and the program, the game forgets that I'm actually holding the clutch and the brake, and then it just slowly moves forward and crashes me into whatever obstacle is in front of me. Now it's easy to solve, namely just put it in neutral, but I keep forgetting that. I just think this is a left 6. I mean, technically it's 20 meters in, but I'm just going to count it as a left 6 from the start. That's okay. There we go. Now, annoyingly, the steering wheel in the game does not actually have the one, the line at the top that tells you how far the wheel is turning. Although you can kind of see it, there's this very faint line. Luckily, the one I have in real life actually does show me, so I can more easily tell that this is probably right 5. And I keep not shifting it into neutral. I'm going to make this a separate note though, because this is now. That one can go. Let's see. Into right 5. Now, as I found out yesterday, actually, that it works surprisingly well. There were only 2 things that I really ran into. I don't think there's anything special here. Twisty, maybe. Which is not called Twisty. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Of course, I now have to slightly get distracted from what I actually want to do by going into chat and saying, hey, ban. Such a shame. Anyway, where was I? Oh yeah, right, we were adding some kinks. Because these are kinks, I think. Or you could also interpret it as a right left.
Into 5 right, twisty.
But yeah, no, that sounds like twisty. Let's see. This is going to be. Ooh, like a right 4, probably right 3-ish. I'm going to call it right 3. At around 300 meters. Let's add that. So this is 240, which I don't have, but like. Make it 200. Caution, because I'm probably going to end up in that tree over there if I don't remind myself that yes, this is actually going to be a sharp corner. And I think something else is coming after as well, because it's counting down to something. Is it a hairpin right? Looks like a hairpin right. let's see. Right hairpin. Oh yes, this is definitely a hairpin, and I think it also tightens. Maybe see if it has sudden hairpin right.
Sudden, hairpin right.
Tightens, 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 tightens.
Sudden, hairpin right. Tightens.
Excellent. Yeah, that sounded about right. This is... left 5, left 4, left 5, or left 4, something between. Now there are people that actually would use like left 4 plus, and I think it's technically I have the notes for it if I wanted to do that, but I think I do have a plus if I wanted to. Plus, yes I do.
4 left. Plus.
But I think it just, let's just do a 4 left, short, 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 short.
4 left. Short.
Also, let's add the distance, and this is 120, but I'm going to make it 130. That's fine. Beats. I think I can just... let's see, 640. I think I can keep right here and basically run over the sign. I mean, that's it's not kind, especially to the organizers, but it's a game, so it doesn't matter. Keep, so let's just do a keep right. And then let's make it a 6. I mean, it will be kind of embarrassing if I end up rolling off the stage in the recce. That is. So last time actually I did. So yeah, when I did this yesterday, I checked and it ended up my average speed being like 6 kilometers an hour, which is it's swift walking pace. Like you could walk that fast if you wanted to, which is, I mean, the car goes a lot faster, but you have moments like these where I'm just looking at it like, yeah, it's a corner, alright, but you know, what kind of corner is it? And then it's like, And that, by the way, was without the penalties, because I also, as you can see here, I keep getting penalties because it was like, oh, how dare you! You're constantly idling on the stage. We're going to, you know, penalize you for that, which is annoying. But what can you do? $750. I need to move this to the other side because I can't actually see what's happening in here. So this is like 70, which I think we have, yes. So yeah, we're going to the left, that's for certain, but I don't know how much are we going to the left? Is this like a hairpin again? Yes, this is a hairpin. not one that you want to do with a handbrake, probably. Caution, 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 caution. And I want a left hairpin. Not an open.
Caution, hairpin left.
Is that enough? Yeah, I guess that's enough. 8:15. This is a corner. I'm going to guess it's a right 4. The ironic thing is that even though I've, you know, made quite a few tools for rally over the years, either in games or in real life, I've never actually done any real life rallying or ever, you know, learned how to make Pacenote. And it's like, ah, yes, Pacenotes, let's just do whatever feels sensible. This feels sensible, let's just do this. And most of the time it works out. Yeah. I did actually check yesterday when I did after the stage that when I made my own Pacenotes, like what is the real Pacenotes, and they are similar in many respects and also very different in others. It's like, ah yes, this is just the same stage, you can interpret it in very many different ways. Like, I guess that makes sense. Anyway, this is a right 4. That happens after 60 meters. I think it's 60, right? Yeah, but more like 60. And it's kind of twisting now to the left, but I'm not quite sure whether I... Weird. Not quite sure if I want to do anything with that at the moment. Like... I think this is a right 5... No, that's left. Let's not do a left 5, that's definitely wrong, to the wrong direction. 100, right 5. Yeah, I don't think we need to do that left any, because, you know, we can see that it's a left turn, so if we don't call it out, we know that we're just going to ignore it. Because we can just see what the corner is. Admittedly, I mainly use the Pacenotes for things I can't see or can only see too late. I think, by the looks of this, let's set it to 1010. So that one then becomes 80. So yeah, I think this is a right 5, Titans 4, which is a big thing we have.
5 right, Titans 4.
Yes. Maybe we should add a long in between here as well. So I think some of these other ones could have been short, but
5 right, long, Titans 4.
I don't know whether that's... No, it's not legally... it's not that long though. Let's just make it a right 5 Titans 4. I think that is fine. I also like how enthusiastic the people are that are celebrating and then running away, even though I'm driving here at 12 kilometers an hour. I think this could be just at 1150. So that is 140, which we don't have, but we have 130, which is good enough. I think we're just going to do a flat left. Because I can't really see that this is a flat left.
120, flat left.
Oh,
120, flat left.
Oh, it tells me. Oh, it is. Okay. But it's good enough. It's good. Yes, this is a corner. That. 1340. Left 5. I feel like I'm overusing the 5, that it means too much, but at the same time I'm not quite sure, because it also feels like every corner is the same. Oh, by the way, this 130 is not supposed to be part of it's supposed to be part of that one, and that one is supposed to be 200. I'm just going to give this a left 5. Okay, this is done. And I keep... Yes. This is a 1420. Actually, let's save it in the meantime. Yes. This is a 1420. That is a left 6, I think. And then we need distance for this one, which is 80. And it's a left 6 into something. What is it? Ooh. Now, officially that should be, I think, according to the charter, right 4, but I'm going to call the right 3 because I think it's slightly tighter than you want it to be. Also, I would rather be slightly slower in the corner than slightly too fast. Let's see. Yes. It would be so nice if the game would just allow me to use my steering wheel when it's not in focus. Something is happening here. At 1560, which means that this one has a distance one of 140, which we don't have, so 130 will do. Now, what does it corner actually do? It goes that direction. It's that-ish direction. So left 5 again. Yeah. Yes. I don't know. This is yeah, I think we should just keep it as left 5 as well only. That's strange. Oh, it's counting down for a hairpin left already, but that's too that's too early. Because now it's 1650, so we've done like 90 meters. Then we have a right 5. Does that go into the... I think so. And then that's 40. Acute hairpin left, which I think is listed on the L left. Acute hairpin. There we go.
Acute left. Acute left.
That is not a hairpin.
Hairpin left.
Yes. I think it's going to be a Titans. I don't know, but this is just guessing from the looks. 90 again. Let's actually see where it is. Oh, yeah, that is it. Yeah, no, that is a very tight hairpin. Do we have one actually for that? I don't know. I forgot. Do you have one that is basically just the cutest one? That's for this voice that doesn't work. Shame. Oh well. Then we move on. I think this is at this point fine. Yeah, okay, so we are going to say that it... because at this point they're already driving slowly, so might as well keep it that way. Feels a bit silly to, you know, tell you which corners you can clearly already see and anticipate, etc.
Hairpin left. Titans 150.
Yeah, okay, so just a flat left. I think this...
Flat left.
Yeah. Okay. I think this is a twisty, but I also think we should probably make... Oh wait, let's actually add the distance. It's a twisty, but I think we also should prevent it with a caution. King starting right.
Caution. Twisty from right.
Yeah. Because I could make this corner separate, but I can already see it if I'm there. So yeah, that's makes sense. And then I should add a distance marker to this one because it is about 130 meters away. 2, 1, 4, 6. You're getting. I feel that there's another right 5 coming up, which at this point I think is the main, like maybe the people that no actually make it a red 4. Right 4 long. Right 4. Ooh, no, stop it. There you go. So this is distance 100. Right 4. Very long. Is that long very? Or is it just very long? Very long. Opens and tightens. And tightens.
4 right. Very long. Opens and tightens.
Yeah, that should be 1 call, but oh well. No, it's not very long. It's just long, and it opens, and it doesn't tighten. I was mistaken. And stop. There we go. Long, 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 long. Oh, we're coming up to another. Hear me right, it seems. 2, 3, 3, 8. Yeah, but we've so far managed to do 2.3 kilometers in about 25 minutes. But based on that, I am going to guess that this is going to take, yeah, about 1.5 hours. Anyway, let's crack on. Right 5, right 5, right 5. Because this is after like 200 meters. 200, right 5. Into... Let's make it a caution. Caution! I don't want to overuse the caution as much as like the car overuse it. Hi Netai. No, we're not there yet. Look, we are 2.3 kilometers in after 26 minutes. So based on that, I think we will reach the 7 kilometer mark in about 1.5 hours. I think if you would calculate your average speed, that we would be going at about like walking pace, maybe slightly slower. So no, we're not there yet. Also, I've not seen any ice frame along the route before you ask. Yeah, this looks like I've been right. Yes, I did try out the notes from last stream. They work surprisingly well. For the simple reason that, of course, I first spent about an hour of making them, and then you know, when they then get read out to you, you're like, oh yeah, right, I remember this because I made it this way. And another thing is that the default notes have quite a few things in there that I don't really use when I'm driving, whereas my notes only contain the things that I actually care about, which means that it is a lot less chatty, which means that the things I actually remember what it says rather than it sometimes being like a stream of just, you know, talking to me endlessly and like I have forgotten what you said, sorry, and yeah, somewhere in there was probably a left one, and you know I forgot, so I'm now going straight into the tree. Yeah. Yes, basically it's less information overload. And more information I actually want. I did actually compare them with like the original notes because I could just put two windows side by side and I was like, ah, yes, I see some similarities. Mainly the corners that whether they are going left or right, and that's about where it is. Anyway, we are now at 24/7. Stop, car, stop. Thank you. And there's another corner coming up, and I don't know what this corner is. This is one of the things I noticed. I maybe should add like a thing where if the window is not in focus, it is slightly transparent, because I keep moving it from left to right to actually see to see my screen and where the corner is going. Because if the editor's here, it's like, yeah, this is a corner and it's probably going left, but that's the most I can see. I might add that in a bit. Left 4, I think, based on the position of my wheel, but I think this is left 4. Is it long? Is it short? Is it? It looks long. Are we still going? This is still going long. Yes, this is. That's long. Left 6. Long. So actually, that distance between that one and that one is about 130. Okay, here's the... car stop. Thank you. $26.30. which means the distance between these is about 160, which we don't have, but 170 is, I think.
4 left, long, 160.
Yeah, because this voice makes every distance, I think, about 10 shorter, which is, that's a choice. I don't know why. Not important. What is important is what this corner is, and I think it's a left 3, which would be amazing because that might be the first left 3 corner on this entire stage. So far it's basically just hairpins and left 5s and right 5s. I do think it's a short one though, because I can already see. Oh. Short. Actually, that's safe. Okay, yeah. Uh, 2760, which means this is about 150. No, this one is about 150. And this is just a flat left, which is listed under L of left.
Flat left.
Yeah, excellent. And then we go right. Somewhere, sometime. Let's set it at 2890. And it's probably a late one, but I don't know yet what kind of corner it is. At least we can add this one, which is 130. And it is just left, right 4. I'm not going to drift on my recce. That like I've said before, it would be really ironic if I managed to crash the car during the recce. That is like, well done. Oh, yes, no, yeah, that I mean, admittedly, sometimes it does when you're driving the stage and you hear like a number and you're like, those are words, and that's like those are sounds, and I have no idea what you mean. And then it takes a couple seconds, and you're like, oh, that's what you mean, and then you're in the tree. Anyway, what we were saying, late right 4, because it is a right 4 or a right 5. I don't know. This is like I'm using the chart that like the Assetto Corsa rally people made about what your position of your steering wheel is for each corner, and I'm like, that doesn't feel quite right. Let's just actually call this a left 6. Oh, stop car, thank you. It's 3000. I said, it's 3000. Thank you. Where's left 6? There we go. So the distance between that is then about 100. Yay! Is there more to this? Or is this the left 6? Oh, it tightens. Exciting. Does it tighten a lot? Left 6. Titans. Titans late.
6 left. Titans late.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Uh, 3180, and I think we can consider this kings starting left. Yes.
Twisty from left.
Yeah, that sounds about right, and that means that the previous one has a distance of about 200. Oh, 170 is also one.
6 left. Titans late. 160.
Yeah, and it's counted as 160. Okay, that's fine. Actually, let's make this a king starting left into right. Yeah, it's going to be a right 5 again. But I do think we can cut this one. So
Twisty from left. Into 5 right. Cut.
yeah, that sounds basically the kind of information I need, namely just take the inside. 3356. That means the distance between these is about 180. Let's call it. That's, I see. 200. That's fine. I think this is left 6. But then Titans 5. Late.
6 left. Titans 5. Late.
Yeah. The this is why is every corner on this entire stage a 5? This is like, I feel like I should have a 5 minus, 5 plus, 5 minus minus, 5 plus plus. It's like 3484. Like if I was my own co-driver, I would at this point get annoyed. Like, let's do a right 5 and is it left flat? Is that how? Yes. Okay. Ooh, we are now halfway after 40 minutes. So maybe we actually can do it within 1.5 hours. That would be amazing. This is at 36.7. No, 36.80. Just means that this is a distance of about 200. And it starts off as a left 6. And it tightens late. So we do Titans late. I think it's a right 5 short. Into typing is quicker, I think. And I do actually.
6 left, tightens late, into 5 right, short, don't cut.
Yeah, that. And I can't cut because there are those poles on the inside that if I knock them over, it will give me a penalty. Speaking of penalties, I am now at 11 minutes of penalty because I've been idling on the track. Whoops. 3880. That is a flat left, I think. That's Titans. I think I can just do this. I mean, in the end, it's only me that has to really understand what's being said.
Flat left, tightens, and tightens.
Which is basically what this corner does. Ooh, we have managed to complete Sector 2 after 42 minutes. Yay. I don't think too much is happening here. Let's just... let's add one here just for sake. That 4180, which is free, so 300. Right flat.
Flat right.
Oh, here's an actual corner again. I think if by looking at the map before I started doing this, I think the last part of the stage is actually slightly faster than the first part. And if it's faster, that hopefully also means it's just more straights, because straights are very easy to make pace notes for. It's just, this is a straight. We are going straight. 500, and then, you know, I don't need to make pace notes with it 500 meters, whereas if you look at here, it's like, oh yeah, right, there are quite a few pace notes in 500 meters. Let's actually save them again. First of all, this is a 150-ish. But I don't exactly know, is this... Let's make it a right 3, just to be safe. Right 3, and we don't want to cut it. Right 3, don't cut.
3 right, don't cut.
And it opens very clearly. No, that's... Yeah, I need to make that window slightly transparent. If I can do that. I don't know whether it's possible. 4530. Admittedly, the fact that it now automatically scrolls down when I click Add Place Notes, so that I don't have to manually scroll down again, it is such a small thing, but also it's such a nice quality of life improvement over doing this yesterday and constantly having to scroll every time I pressed either the Add Place Note button or adding a note to the Pace Note. 200. That's for this one. Right 4, right 4, right 4. Yeah, it's just basically a don't cut, it's not a keep out. So, one of the things that is actually quite difficult, or something that I have to actually pay attention to when I do this, is that when you go through it slowly, every corner just looks like, you know, a certain radius. Whereas if you're driving it in real, you know, at speed, the banking of the corner, etc., makes a lot of difference. And sometimes when you then do the stage afterwards, it's like, ah, yes, this is technically a left 4, I guess, but, you know, it kind of... But with that banking, I need to take it a lot slower. And I'm still not quite sure what system I like for that most, whether it's just treat it as if it were still the same corner radius, but then with a, you know, bad camber, or just call it a tighter corner than it actually is. But I think what the game by default does is the corner radius is how much the right 4, right 5, right 6, etc. is. But you can of course also use that for just how much speed can I take through this corner. I'm not quite sure what I prefer. Anyway, I think this is left 5 again because... But the Titan's late. Titan's late. And I want to tell myself to slow down.
Slow. 5 left. Titans late.
$48.70 into right 5. Right 5 short. Not short. Short.
5 right. Short.
Excellent. Oh no, that is into
5 right. Short.
yes, that's better. And then that should probably link to the next one. Phew. Now I can at least tell one thing. This all looks like the same forest. It's like normally you have there are stages where you have like things like houses and poles and trees and lampposts, etc., where you could like, oh yeah, right, I know, I see this one thing, I recognize this place. It's like, ah, trees. What's next? More trees. Oh. So I think that the pacenotes will come in quite handy. Because doing this by memory is going to be tricky. Let's just call this a long. Opens. That's not how you spell opens. Long. Let this
4 left. Long. Opens.
Actually, we forgot to add the distance marker for this, which is 60, I think. 70, 60, no. I think I'm seeing something there, which is... We have to 100.
Twisty from right.
Caution, caution, caution. So I think we're going to do the... Oh no, it's not that. Well, maybe I can keep the caution. It's not like 5200, and I want to link that one to this. It is a right 4. Slow down. What? Ah, I said right 4. Then it's definitely a don't cut. What else is happening? Very long. Ah. Okay. Five, 3, 4, 0. That means that this has a distance of about 150. Caution. I'm going to call this a chicane. So I know this I do actually remember from like driving this normally, because I hate this part where it's like I don't know what I have to do, and then the base notes are like don't really make sense. I never crash in this part, I think. It's just that I take this far slower than I need to, because it looks like this is going to be a very tight, twisty thing where it's just like, oh no, it's just a chicane.
Caution, chicane. Caution, chicane right entry.
Yeah, so do.
Caution, chicane right entry.
Yeah, that makes. I think that's good enough actually. That's just all I need. Five, 4, 8, 0. Flat right. That's right, flat. I think yes. And then this is 150. Just 150. And. Let's do a. Make a new note. 5550. That we can remove. That one we're going to link, and then we are doing a into left 6, not left 67 or 6, 7. As today's youth would say. This is definitely getting quick, as in the corners are no longer all hairpins. I think I'm going to use this tree branch as like a marker for 5750, and we're going to do it just not handbrake. That's if you do a handbrake, then that's. I mean, I'm not saying you shouldn't, but if you want to pull the handbrake, I'm not going to stop you, but
Flat right.
the handbrake will stop you, and that's kind of the problem. Because this is, I think, just very flat. Like, ooh, this is might be the top speed we've reached so far. 5.9. So this is a distance of 200. I think this is a left 6. And now I basically, so there is a call that tells me to, slow down. But I don't know if I also have one that is actually, just throttle it.
Six left and straight.
Oh, I see this corner. Yes, this is terrible. This is really sketchy. This is a that's 60 190. So yeah, this is a left 5 technically, but it is I want to add a caution to this. Caution. I think.
Caution, slow. 5 left, bad camber.
Actually, let's make it 4 left. Because as you can see, this road tilts to the outside of the corner, which basically means that if you're being like centrifuged out and into the trees, and I've been in those trees, and those trees are not exactly friendly. And it's really annoying because you're nearly the end of the stage, and it's like, oh, it's going so well, and bam, out, darn it, and rally over. And I know that I found this annoying because the default pace notes don't actually use the bad camber one, even though it's in the note. Like, there is audio files for the bad camber, and then it doesn't use them, which is oh, and I see I forgot the 150. And there we need to do like a 100. Right 6. That tightens. How does it tighten? And we definitely shouldn't cut it because,
6 right, don't cut, tightens.
Yeah, I think that's probably the right order. 6500. So this could be a distance 200. Right flat. Actually, let's save it again. Yes. Whoa. Not quite sure about that, though. A Let's just do a right flat distance 100 and then add another one at 6600. That is actually right 6. I think that is fine. Into left 5. Is this a left 5? I think left 5 short is probably a good description. Short. And now again I can't see the corner. Okay. 6750. It starts off as like a left 5. I probably want like a slowing.
Slow. 5 left.
And that because it tightens like 2. I think that's just 2. Let's say 2. Tighten 2. Yes. And then there's a hairpin. Let's do 6870. And we want to link that into right here, and it's probably good to call this sudden.
Into sudden hairpin right.
Ooh, that is a very tough. You do. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. I think I found a bug that I just noticed. My timer says that I've been driving for 3 minutes. I've definitely been going on for the stage for longer than 3 minutes. Okay,
Into sudden hairpin right. Handbrake.
Yeah, okay, that handbrake. I'm never quite sure when to actually what the location for the handbrake call is. As in, I know that it just tells you that you probably should use the handbrake, but like, when is that like, do you do that before the corner, call the corner, or after you call the corner? Doesn't matter that much anyway. But and the F4. Oh, there's the finish. Oh. I do wonder how actually. So this is at 7100. And that is a distance of about 200. Distance of 200. We have finish. Ah, yes. This is now I'm wondering if the game actually registers that I did this in 5 minutes 16. Could I use this to cheat leaderboards and do it in like 1 second by just waiting at the finish line for an hour? I'm not going to say that I'm going to do that because that would probably be, you know, kind of naughty, but 7,400 and I forgot what this call is called, but it's basically stop at Marshall's. Yeah, and I know that the game itself adds a lot more goals to this, but I don't need to call out that there's a right free coming up after the finish because I will be slowing down anyway. It's like if you crash after the finish, then that's kind of, you know, like crashing in Recce. It's should probably not do that. Yes, I want to save that. Ah, so okay, so it did actually. I don't know. That's kind of funky. Anyway. Yes, I'm sure. Because I now have Pacenotes. So I can try them out. And see how terrible they are. I did press save, right? Yes, I did. Now let's bring up the other window again. And stop and go for Luttenbach, près, Munster. I can keep the odometer on the screen, that's fine. Race, rally, single stage. Yes, still the same car. Help. Like it is kind of. It would be kind of painful if I crash now, because then I only have myself to blame, basically. I do also, that's a nice detail. I like how my name is written on the car, because that's what I entered on in the settings. You can't see it here, but you can see it. Come on, get a view where you can. No. Okay, you can't see it, but it's there. Trust me. It feels like such a long time ago that we've been here. 3, 2, 1.
6 left into 5 right, twisty, 200. Caution, 3 right, 100. Sudden, hairpin right, tightens, 120. 4 left, short, 100. Keep right into 4 left, 70. Caution, hairpin left, 60. 4 right, 100. Five right, 80. 5 right, tightens 4, 120. Flat left, 200. 5 left, 80. 6 left, into 3 right, 120. 5 left, 90. 5 right, 90. Hairpin left, tightens, 150. Flat left, 120. Caution, twisty from right, 100. 4 right, long, opens, 200. Caution, 5 right, into hairpin right, 120. 4 left, long, 160.
Oh.
Three left, short, 150. Flat left, 120. Late, 4 right, 100. 6 left, tightens late, 160. Twisty from left, into 5 right, cut, 200. 6 left, tightens 5, late, 120. 5 right and flat left, 200. 6 left, tightens late, into, 5 right, short, don't cut. Flat left, tightens, and tightens, 300. Flat right, 150. 3 right, don't cut, opens, 200. 4 right, don't cut, 250. Slow, 5 left, tightens late, into, 5 right, short, 60. 4 left, long, opens. Twisty from right, caution, slow. 4 right, don't cut, very long, 150. Caution, chicane right entry, 150. Flat right, into, 6 left, 200. Flat right, 200. 6 left, and straight, 150. Caution, slow, 4 left, bad camber, 100. 6 right, don't cut, tightens, 200. Flat right, 100. 6 right, into, 5 left, short. Slow, 5 left, tightens 2, into, sudden, hairpin right, and brake, 50. Four left, 200. Finish.
I think those notes were quite alright. They were quite late though, which I think has mainly to do with where my first note is. So I think I can actually fix this quite easily in my pace notes. Let's see, we ended up place 37. That's the same as yesterday, which I guess well done for consistency. Yeah, I think that the simple solution to that is oh dear, there we go. We change that to 59. First note a bit later, and we call the call distance a bit later. Actually, keep it the same. That's fine. Anyway, I think I mean, with some tweaking there, you can. It's probably fine. I'm quite happy with that. Actually, that's just for the funsies. Let's play the replay in the background. For the funsies, let's look at my notes in just standard English one.
Six left, into 5 right, kings, 200.
Yeah, you can hear that it's slightly more robotic. Anyway, let's compare that to another Pacenote editor, namely the default ones. So, by default, so you don't look at the distances. Those are messed up because the distance that it uses, the game itself uses, is based on where the start is, not of the stage, but of where you can start driving. So sometimes that is in the shorter stage. Also, it starts in like 4 kilometers in. Anyway, so apart from that, they consider that the left 5, and I consider it the left 6. And they will both agree that this is a into, and I consider it the right 5, and they consider it the right 4. It's they tell me to cut and I didn't. I'm calling it Kings and they call it Kings also, but later. And their distance thing is later. What year that's in there? Not that it matters. Right 3, 70. Right hairpin. Wait, I called it right hairpin Titans and they don't. Aha! That's funny. I called it left 4 short and they called it left 4 long. So that's. It's really interesting how different those base notes can be. I call the right king, I just say keep right, which I guess is supposed to be the same. I call the left 4 now and they call the left 5. I just say caution left hairpin and they just say, oh yeah, brake. Which I guess the brake in this hit might have been more sense. They also use the pause quite a lot, and I'm not quite sure why, because it feels very artificial just to pause for 1.5 seconds. But yeah, it is something yeah. It's something in there, so I can use that, but it feels a bit, I don't know. Like...
Brake. Hairpin left.
Yeah, I guess you can add more emphasis by just adding as like a small breath in between. They call it an acute hairpin.
Brake. Tight hairpin left.
Yes.
Hairpin left tightens. 150.
Yeah, that's pretty much the same. So, we actually agree on quite a few things here. I'm surprised. This is far more similar than I expected to be. See the last part. I want to see the. What did I do for the hairpin? Oh yeah, they added a. Actually, that would have been probably nicer. And they called the left 5, and I called the left 4. And then they added the left flat, and I was like, yeah, you can see the finish from here. It's fine. Oh well. I think that is a very, a fairly successful experiment so far. And it took in total about 1.5 hours, which is pretty much what I expected. So that's good too. I'm still, you know, slightly hesitant to do like an entire full stage that is 10+ kilometers, because that will probably take 2 hours to just do the first run, and then, you know. I now after this run I do have a few places where like I should probably tweak that, especially straight parts where it's like if you're driving it slowly it's like, oh yeah, we don't need any notes because it's clear, and when you're doing that at speed you're like, oh, I want more of a confirmation that I can actually push the throttle. I guess that's also very dependent on driving style, but I would like my co-driver to tell me just floor it. Otherwise, I'm hesitant and, you know, constantly do like half throttle. Whereas I guess most people are like, yeah, but you floor it unless my co-driver tells me I can't. But yeah, that's I'm quite content with that. However, I have been holding the clutch with my left foot for about 1.5 hours now as well, in order to make the car not stall, and that does want to break. So I think I'm going to call it a day for now at least. For the people that watched, thank you for watching. I hope it was enjoyable to watch me basically click on select boxes over and over again in order to have like 2 minutes of fun. I should not you know, look too deeply into this because then it seems all like a waste of time. Anyway, I'm going to quit rambling and I'm going to stop. Thank you for watching. Bye.